Hi guys, Saurabh here from EnglishWise. I'm here with another important topic of PTE, that is summarize written text. This is also one of the most important topic of your PTE exam. There are a lot of misconception around this topic, and I'll be clearing all. There are a lot of people who are saying this section is very easy, there's a very simple trick, this, that. Yes, there's a very simple trick. This section might feel easy, or if you don't know any trick, this is the first time you're looking into PTE anything, you might find this section is difficult. So your opinions are divided. What I'll do is I'll first clear the air around that. I'll explain you all the strategies, and after this video you will have a very clear picture of your summarized written text. You won't have to maybe go to any other source or anything. We'll be clearing all the misconception, everything related to this particular section right now in this video. So let's start with the concept of this, or let's start with the summarized written text, what it is. For anyone who's giving the PTE for the first time, or you're just opening that, oh, what is this summarized written text? Because something like this doesn't exist in any other exam. I'll just sum it up in this way. I'll just give you a very good example. Let's say you just watched a TV show or a commercial or anything of 10 minutes video, and then you get a call from your friend. Okay, what was the movie about? Now, the rule of this game is you have to explain the movie to your friend in one sentence. That's basically what your summarized written text is. There is a text in front of you which is around 500 to 700 words. You read that text, you understand that, and you summarize it in one sentence. So addressing the first common misconception, what people try to do is, oh, I have to explain the entire text. No, you don't. Take an example of a movie. Let's say you watched Avengers, okay? Pretty famous, all of you would have watched it. If you're watching Avengers and if you have to explain Avenger to your friends in one sentence, would you explain with all the parts, each character introduction, explaining them, this, that? No. I would even say that bunch of guys help save the world or brought the half of the population of the world from being wiped away. Very simple, 12-14 words. I explained the concept. That's what is actually needed from your summarized written text. That you need to understand the gist, you need to understand the concept, and you need to explain the concept. Basically, this clears the first air that people think, oh, in my summary I have to cover content from here, I have to take content from there, I'm not able to express everything. A good summary is the gist of everything. Remember the rules, guys. You are just supposed to use one sentence only. One sentence means you can just use one full stop. That is also to the end of the sentence. So by using one sentence, you can't explain the entire thing. Okay, all you can do using one sentence is get a gist of it. Let's go through some more rules of your summary. So from the exam perspective, let me explain what summary is. What will happen in your summary is you're given 10 minutes for your summary. Okay, as I already explained, there are 500 to 700 words. There is a paragraph. Sometimes it's even less in your exam. You read that paragraph, you write it in one sentence. There is a word limitation as well. You have to write between 5 to 75 words. I can summarize it in 10 words, 12 words like what I just did with Avengers, or I can elaborate a bit more as well and go to 60-70 words. 60-70 words, one sentence is a grammatically tricky things, but don't worry, we have something to back it up as well. I'll explain you the trick and everything, that how you can frame grammatically correct sentence, or you can be 100% sure that my sentence is grammatically correct based on that trick, but that more of it in detail in later part of the video. But understand this thing. Now, this is all about the rule of your summary. One more important rule that I forgot to mention is that there is no rollover time in this. So what happens is in your exam, you get 2 to 3 summaries. Okay, and in your writing section, it has only summaries and essay, 2 to 3 summaries and 1 to 2 essay. So what happens is, let's say first summary, if you finish it in 9 minutes, the next summary, it will be again for 10 minutes. You won't get 11 minutes in your next summary. Even if you finish it in 4 minutes, you won't get 16 minutes, nothing like that. Or even if you spend your entire 10 minutes, it will be auto scroll to the next question. And as you guys would know, there is no previous button in your PT, so that's done. So there is no rollover time. It is timed per question. Remember that. Let's move a little bit further in our summary. Let's understand the marking criteria of summary. And trust me, understanding marking criteria of summary, I always stress in my videos that you need to understand the marking criteria for this, for that. But for summary, it is non-negotiable. It is compulsory to understand the marking criteria. Otherwise, the trick that I will share with you, you guys will think that it's completely fake. It's not. It's hard to believe the trick. And that is the reason, you need to understand the marking criteria, because I'm not just giving tricks for PT over here. I'm proving them that why they are correct. So let's focus on the marking criteria of summary. Each summary is scored out of 7 points. You get 2 points for your content, 2 points for your spellings, okay, 2 points for your vocabulary, and 1 point for your formation. Let me explain each one of this in detail. 2 points for your content. Content means whether you have explained all the aspects of the summary, whether you have explained all the aspects of the passage correctly or not. That's how you get these 2 points. Now there is a mechanism which I'm simplifying for you. Basically it checks for the keywords, as we started with the Avengers, okay, and I gave you a summary of that. So I had maximum all the keywords. It's about bunch of guys. Yes, I could have named them as well, that there is Captain America, there's Iron Man, there is this, that. That's also a keyword. I said destruction of the world. That's also a keyword. So anything that was more relevant, more important in the passage, that becomes a keyword, and we'll even do this with an example. Then comes 2 points for your spellings. As I said, pretty simple. See, over here in PT you never get points for doing something good. So it's not like you use good words or you use good spellings and you will get points. It's simple. You don't make any mistake, you get those 2 points. Always understand this about PT. It's about avoiding mistakes and not doing something in a good way. That's what the difference is between a machine algorithm and a human checking. Okay, so if you don't commit to any mistakes, what will happen is you will get in your spelling, or very simply if I put it forward, 0 spelling mistakes, you get 2 points. 1 spelling mistake, you get 1 point. 2 spelling mistake, you get 0 there. More than 2, doesn't matter, it just decreases your enabling skill, doesn't affect this particular question. So there is a limit set forward to that. Vocabulary is something people get confused with. They think that vocabulary means, oh, I can't use words from the passage. Vocabulary means, oh, I have to use very good English. Oh, vocabulary means something, should be an extraordinary word, does that. It's not the case. I would recommend you guys to go through the Pearson guideline, or don't believe anyone in this way, but vocabulary here very simply means you should not have incorrect usage of words. Okay, you should be using all the words in proper context and you will score full points in your vocabulary. Okay, I'll give this with a very simple example. There are words such as look and watch. Okay, people get confused with this. Okay, are you looking at this video or are you watching this video? You should know which word to use where. If you mix any such words, vocabulary score will decrease in your exam. So that's how vocabulary has been covered in your exam. Now coming to the formation part. Okay, you have 1 point for formation. It's a very simple score. 1 point everyone will get. It's simply done. How will you get your formation point? Just have to write between 5 to 75 words. Nothing beyond 75, nothing below 5. If you're between 5 to 75 words, you will get that 1 point for your formation. So very simple. 2, 2, 2, 1. 2 points for your grammar, 2 points for your spelling, 2 points for your vocabulary, 1 for your formation. If you're still confused, I would recommend you to rewind the video, go through the marking criteria once again. Now coming to the trick part. Before I start the trick, this is my warning from my end. It might look that, oh, this is ridiculous, this is like that. But trust me guys, we have been trying this in exam and it 100% works. The trick that I will give you, using that trick, anyone, okay, even if you don't know English or even if you're very, very weak at English, you can get 5 to 6 points out of 7 in your exam easily. And that's how simple I can make it for you. So what I'll start with is, see, if you get a passage, okay, like the passage that you see on your screen, if you get a passage something like this, and if you're meant to summarize this passage, one thing is you read, you write a summary, you understand all the gist and everything I have explained of it. But the short trick to get 5 or 6 at least out of 7 is simple. All they have asked you is to summarize this. So all you do is read through the passage, skim through the passage. You have enough time. Identify 2 to 3 sentences which are very important for this. Okay, identify 2 to 3 sentences which are very important for your summary. Once the identification is done, once you have identified 2 to 3 sentences, all you have to do is write these sentences as it is. No changing of words. Yes, you can do that. If you go back to your marking criteria, you see if you don't change the word, you're not making vocabulary mistake, you're not making your spelling mistake, and of course not formation mistake. Content, yes, this is where the selection of the sentences comes in. So write those 2 to 3 sentences as it is, removing the full stop, just putting and, but, however, moreover, anything like that in the place. So all you have to do is sentence 1, comma, and sentence 2, comma, and sentence 3, or simply sentence 1, comma, and sentence 2, and that way. Or else sentence 1, comma, but sentence 2, sentence 1, comma, however, comma, sentence 2. That's all you have to do. Okay, and you will get 5 to 6. How? Going back to our scoring pattern. If you are taking sentences as it is, will you make any spelling mistakes? I highly doubt that, unless you don't type it properly. Okay, and that is something no one can help you with. But of course, if you're taking sentences as it is, no spelling mistake. If you're taking sentences as it is, no vocabulary error, because you're using it in right context. You're just taking what they have said. Okay, so no vocabulary error. And if these two are done, and if your sentences are between 5 to 75 words, 2 to 1, 5 points already there. Content, something at least you will have. So that's why I guaranteed 6 points out of 7 for this. Okay, and that is something that you can easily get in your exam. However, there are few conditions. There is an asterisk. There is a terms and conditions applied to this. Few conditions are this and this. If you're preparing for your PT, I would like you to note it down somewhere, so that you don't make this mistake in your exam. Otherwise your score can become completely zero. The mistakes that people make even with this simple trick is, never use words with never use sentences with like you, me, I, nothing like that. Everything should be in third person perspective. Never take question marks, never take anything in quotes. Okay, and if your summary doesn't have any sentences which are without these, you might have to rephrase things a bit. Okay, so what I'll do is, for this video I'm just explaining you. We'll do another video maybe next week, and you tell me, you comment me some summaries that you're looking for, that okay, how to phrase this, how not, and I think we'll take it from there. Once I have enough comments, I'll make another video on this, in which I'll discuss how we can summarize these ones of that. And meanwhile, if you need any help, you can feel free to contact us, or we'll try to help you out in comment as well. Our main intention is you get your score. So if you are still confused, or because it's a very subjective thing, you got the strategies but you think that okay, maybe it won't work for this summary, maybe it won't work for that summary, you can simply copy paste the link on the comment, and we'll try to help you out how to form that summary in comment. Or if there are lots of comments, we'll try to get another video where we'll address common types of summaries where you have question marks, this, that, and we'll help you out with that as well. But as far as the explanation of the summary goes, it's that simple, guys. You can take the words from there, you can phrase the summary from your own as well. If some of you are interested out there, I don't know why, to make a summary of your own of 10 to 12 words, yes, that also works. In my we do keep on giving exam again and again just to experiment. In one of my exam, even I did this. I wrote summary of only 12 words, still got 90 on 90 in my writing score. And also reading. Why I'm saying reading? Because this section even contributes to your reading. The better your content, the more marks you get in your reading. That is something I missed to mention, but yeah, make sure this section also contributes in your reading. More content you have, better content you have, more points in your reading. So if you're using the strategy, make sure the selection of the sentences is also good. And if you're not sure if your selection is good or not, simply comment us and we'll help you that whether you have selected the correct sentences or not, and we can take it forward from there. That's it from my end, guys. Thanks for listening to the video. We have amazing strategies. We have amazing strategy videos on YouTube as well. Make sure you check the entire library. Make sure you interact with us on YouTube. Wherever you are, we are ready to help you out. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. Subscribe the channel.